Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to more Little Goody Two-Shoes. Last time, well, a lot of spooky stuff happened, but then somebody's horses got stolen.
Little Goody Two-Shoes.
Supposedly hag-ridden or something. We shall find out. Maybe. Or they just got stolen and we'll never see them again. Who knows? What were we about to do? Wrong button. Romantic date available. I can meet Rosemarine at the crossroads, which is what we're gonna do. And then later it says Lepkuchin in the village square. And I don't know if I'll do that one because I might need to work to get money. Because I'm in serious need of a lot of stuff. Help Elma with the apples, and there's Kiss the Rat. But we're gonna go to the crossroads. Did I talk to all of these guys already? Get the reins, Tristan, right here. No need to fret. Thinking of helping us out, Elise? I don't think I could be of much help, but if there's anything else... I jest, lass. You best leave this to us, Elise. Eugene and Heinrich are taking their time, aren't they? Give the man a moment, Tristan. The longer we wait about, the less chance we have of finding them, though. It was most likely just some tasteless prank. Who do you think did it, then? Now this kind of talk won't take us anywhere, lads. We're not even sure we'll find anything out there. Well, to the crossroads. There she is, she's hanging out. There she is. I'll spend time with her. I have better things to do. I'll spend some time with her. I'm so glad you came, Elise. Anything to get me out of that rat hole. And to think I have to deal with those folks all day. I can lend you a hand, Elise, whatever you need. That aside, Rosemarine, what was it you wanted to show me? This is somewhat embarrassing, but... Look at this, Elise. A pine cone? That's what you wanted to show me? That's what you wanted to show me? It's more important than you think. This pine cone is my treasure, Elise. Huh? Or for goodness sake. You're well aware I have work to do today, Rosemarine.
I'm sorry,
I was only... I don't know what you're carrying on about, but can't it wait?
Yes.
Of course it can. Did I choose the wrong option? Oh no. Alright then, let's head back to town. I may have failed. I might need to reload. I wasted all that time for that. I'll reload and choose, huh? Okay. First reload of the game. You know, besides the dying. Let's see, talk to them on the way again, just in case it matters. This time say huh, don't say for goodness sake. I'll spend time with it, then we'll see if it's any different. Behold the pine cone. Now it's on this side. It tried to trick me up. Huh? Granny gave it to me. Granny gave it to me when I was little. Your granny, huh? I understand how she feels, I suppose.
Sorry,
We're just the same as this pine cone, Elise.
For goodness
How am I the same as a pine cone, Rosemarine? I promise there's proper meaning to what I'm saying. Alright, alright. Our time here in this realm is rather limited, isn't it?
Now that you mention it...
I suppose. You see how the pine cone is covered with scales? If you think of it as yourself and your life up until this moment, you can understand how each scale represents something, right?
I see.
I see. Your experiences and dreams and the things you hold dear. All those things are just the same as the scales on this pine cone.
Rosemarine.
Rosemary. There are times when one falls off or gets damaged, and you don't feel as whole anymore, but you learn to be without it and find that losing one doesn't mean
Now that you mention
that
it,
you lose all the others. Oh, Elise.
it's fate, Elise.
This pine cone is the representation of my path. It represents you, Elise. I've been meaning to tell you all about it for so long.
For goodness sake!
Oh, for goodness sake, we say it eventually anyway. All these scales represent the path I've taken to reach you. And now that I'm by your side, I feel whole like never before. You see what I mean, don't you, Elise?
Hush it, you!
I do. Oh, I'm so glad I could finally tell you about it. Flock is one of those scales, too. Did you know that he's...
For goodness sake!
Breathe, Rosemary. You make me whole, Elise.
Here for you,
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Well, very red face.
Oh, please.
Oh, don't get flustered. I'll get flustered, too.
Oh, shush it!
Shush it, you. Come now, we ought to head back to town.
But
Before we do, Elise, won't you meet me at the viewpoint tomorrow morning? Alright. I'll be spending all my time with you at this rate. Yeah. Oh, if you're too busy, then...
for goodness sake!
For goodness sake, Rosemary.
But I...
Wait, Elise. I got another heart piece. The Libesbois. German. I should look up what that is, but if I remember this time. See, that was much better. Meet Rosemarine at the viewpoint. Right now, would theoretically be time for Lepkuch, if I decide to hang out with her. Either that, or I can get money and not die. So I need to be able to afford the food item called Lepkuchin, so that I can give that to the Muffy, Nipsey, whatever her name was. And then I also would, like to have food to not starve, which we currently have anyway. We have bandages, that's one healing. We could eat a mushroom to heal. We do have a hearty soup, which would be good enough right now. I'm going to eat the hearty soup. What's going on over here? Anything? Oh, what am I to do? Mrs. Lisbeth? You've heard, I suppose. About the goats, about what old Jokin said, too. I don't think I have, Mrs. Lisbeth. I don't know what to do, my dear. My goats are so ill, I don't know if they'll make it through the night, and... Old Jokin came by and called Mama a witch. Oh, he's unbelievable. Poor Lepkuchin tried to defend me, but... Lepkuchin? Father Hans sent her back to church for defending Mama. I'm at a loss, my dear. I don't know what to do. I'm going to have a word with Father Hans and old Jokin for you, Mrs. Lisbeth. No, Elise, I already feel bad enough for poor Lepkuchin. We're not witches. I know, Apfel, I know. Old man's just saying everybody's a witch. Oh, go away, Elise. What's gotten into her, Jacob? I don't really know. I think it's because of the goats, but... It's not because of the goats. What is it then? I'm not telling. Can't force you, but keep it to yourself then. I can't force you, but what's the use of worrying you if you won't let us help, Groom? Elise is right, Groom. If that's how you pronounce your name. Oh, it's Apfel and Mama. What about them, Groom? They've been mean to me all day. So it is because of the goats. Mrs. Lisbeth's on edge, I suppose. Why don't you keep Groon distracted, Jacob? I'm trying, Elise. I don't want to be distracted. Leave me alone. Suspicion went down, though, for some reason. There's a dog there. Oh, I've had it, Mechtild. All that fretting is of no use to Kieferberg, Odile. You too, Elise, huh? You've come to mess with me again, I know it. I've never gone out of my way to mess with you, Mrs. Odile. It's no use, dearie. Odile's going on about this all day. All of Kieferberg thinks I've lost my mind. Well, let me. Not this again, Odile. You need to look after your health, Mrs. Odile. You'll see, both of you. Okay. I'm gonna check inside the church real quick. Anybody in here? No? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna save. Slot 5. And then, against my better judgment, let's hang out with Lebkuchen. There she is. I'll spend some time. I'm sure I'll be able to work at least next... Wait. If I say it better than second. What if the Rosa Marine is the next time frame, in which case I would not have been able to work all day? Like, I wish it was more specific about when the Rosa Marine date will happen. Okay, I think I'll just... Okay, there's chickens and there's chopping wood. I think I will... go work. I'm sorry, Lebkuchen. So there she is. Out with it, Mandy. I swear I didn't eat it, Auntie. Help me out here, Elise. Tell Molly to give me back the cheese she took. Cheese, Mrs. Loreley? But I didn't take anything, Auntie. I... Spoiled, Macy. For goodness sake, I can't let you eat that. Oh, but if I only eat a little bit. So you did take it, you. Give it back right this instant. Let her eat it, Mrs. Loreley. She'll learn her lesson. Not a chance, Elise. She already mucks about all day as is. I can't let her get ill. I'm not mucking about, Auntie. What would you say you're doing then? Why, I'm making certain we can eat all this cheese. Oh, for goodness sake. For goodness sake. She's sitting over here now. Elise, I was meaning to tell you. Oh, what now? Is everything alright, Elise? Out with it, Rosemarine. What happened? I saw a birdie hopping about is all. For goodness sake. Ma, you're on edge today, Elise. I know, Rosemarine. I'm sorry. No, that's alright. I'll make certain I get us some more mushrooms for supper tonight. Are you the chicken wrangler this time? That's the chickens. Let me just talk to these. Freya's over there, I'll talk to her, and then I'll do the chickens. You oughtn't to spread such nonsense about town, Wilhelm. Why, I don't think our lass here would agree with you, Father. Me, Mr. Wilhelm? Don't mind him, Elise. He wants to send word to Primmeldorf. Send word to Primmeldorf? About what? Why, to find out if they've seen the horses, of course. I don't think that'd sit well with Eugene, Wilhelm. He wouldn't want Primmeldorf folk to know. Could hurt his business. Bah, you folks have no vision. Maybe. But I would appreciate it if you kept it to yourself in this matter, Wilhelm. It's not as though I could gallop there, anyhow. I see. Oh, it's such a relief to see you, Elise. What's wrong, Freya? Folks are antsy is all. Mrs. Elma gave me an earful over nothing. Papa's hardly smiled all day, too. Can only hope to find those horses. Might help put folks at ease. Oh, Elise, this week was meant to be cheerful and merry, and yet... You're still working on the festival, aren't you? Well, of course, but it's not the same when everyone's so sad. I dropped round to buy some ingredients from Miss Wilma. Oh, and I promised Mrs. Marielle I'd lend a hand later, too. You won't last until Saturday, will you? Anybody else to talk to? No. Okay. Let's do the chicken mission again. Maybe I'll do better this time. How glad I am to see you, Elise. How can I help, Mrs. Dorothy? I'd be very grateful if you could collect some eggs. Of course, Mrs. Dorothy. Caught me at the perfect time. Oh, thank you so much, dear. Do you need Rosemarine's help? It'll cost you 2 extra food. I cannot afford that much extra food. So I will do it myself. Out of my way, you feathered rat. Chicken frenzy. Move and take A. Oh no. Oh no, don't. Just, if it looks like they're about to come back, just don't risk it. Oh no, I was too slow. Why is the chicken so angry? Okay. Watch me somehow do worse this time.
3, 2, 1, go!
Ow, I did it that time. There wasn't even a chicken there. I just tried to grab an egg that wasn't there, that's all. No. No. Okay, what do we get? I don't remember what I got last time, but this time it was a B instead of an A. So I did worse. Let's never do the chicken minigame again. You pass. There you are, Elise. Thank you so much for your time. It was no problem, Mrs. Dorothea. Oh, these will bring us much comfort after a day like today. And that's how I left Lipkuchin standing there. But I couldn't risk not being able to work all day. Okay, yep, the Rosemarine is later. I totally could have hung out with Lipkuchin. But that's fine. Now I can work again and get more money. I'll do the apple one. Help Linda with the apples. Where is that? Apples up front. No, that's because they're at the apples are in the town village square. The poor lad's defeated, Ludwig. Even with this horse, it's so ill it won't be of much use for a long time. Heard old Jokin lost his mind for good, Elise. Well, that's... I wonder what's gotten into the old lad. He's always been rather ill-tempered, but... old folks sometimes take a liking to superstition, Bernhard. Bernhard. As for you last, you'd best keep busy until the festival. What do you mean, Mr. Ludwig? I fear old Jokin's going to start looking for the witch in Kieferberg. I'd keep out of his way as much as possible if I were you, Elise. I suppose you may be right, but... what a mess we found ourselves in. Nearly time to head on home, isn't it? I still have a little while longer to go, Rosemary. Say, Elise, I've been thinking. Wouldn't it be nice to bring Flock to Kieferberg? Rosemary, for the laddies. I've heard about Mrs. Lisbeth's goats and her children, and... Flock loves to frolic about. He could bring some cheer to town. I can't afford a goat, Rosemarine. Oh, but Flock was never... These folks can't handle a pair of shoes, let alone a goat. I don't know, they don't seem that bothered by your shoes. I see, I understand, Elise. Flock is to be kept as far away from Kieferberg as possible, understood? Alright, Elise. Wouldn't you say, Elise? Say what about what, Mrs. Lorelei? One can only hope this nonsense won't last until Saturday. Ah, I suppose that's true. Say, you're a clever lass, Elise. You can be honest with me. Who would you say took Eugene's horses? Mrs. Lorelei. Why, you don't mean to tell me you haven't been wondering about it. Still, I wouldn't say it's very polite to be making guesses. Oh, you're no fun. Nearly everyone else has indulged me but you and Freya. I see. Okay, how much money? I don't have enough money to buy everything I want yet, so... So many dogs and birds, cats. Something happening here. Seems like they're back from looking for the horses, but... Horseshoes scattered about, you say. Found them just past the logging grounds, but... Why in the Lord's name would anyone remove horseshoes? I wouldn't want to lend a weight to old Jokin's nonsense, but... Wake up, lads. They were hag-ridden, I tell you. This isn't the time, old Jokin. We must keep calm. Thank you for your time today, lads. I'll be moving along now. I've had enough of wandering about. I've never seen him so disheartened, I must say. To think you lads didn't even find a trace. We looked everywhere, Mrs. Marlin. The peaks, the lake. Heinrich and Tristan even followed the path to Primmeldorf. We ought to give it another try first thing. I found it. I found the horse. It's right outside. What are you saying, Maggie? It's the truth. It's lying on the ground. Is it a lie? Take us to it, lassie. My word. Oh, the poor thing.
What in the Lord's name?
Good grief, it's nearly dead. What do you make of it, Eugene? It's exhausted. I'd say he ran here by the looks of it. No, that can't be. We've only just made it back. We would have found him or heard him or... Must say I'm at a loss, lads. They were hag-ridden, no two ways about it. Look at it, gasping for breath, ill. Look at its eyes. Keep calm, old Jokin. Think you can nurse him back to health, Eugene? I'm taking him back to the stables right now. I'll lend a hand, Eugene. You fools ought not to touch that horse. Lord knows what the witch has done to it. Come now, lads, let's go fetch him some water. He must have broken free from wherever he was being kept, I suppose. Broke off the reins and ran back to Kieferberg. I can't think of... Nonsense, Bernhard. I'll have it said right now, right here, right now, folks. It's best you show some restraint, old Jokin. This isn't... Old Stefan warned us about this. Oh, not this old Stefan nonsense again, you old fool. We need to keep calm, folks. Arguing about this won't... Have you no memory of his words, Hans, Gustav? He spoke of the ill fortune we'd have, of the witch, of folks' livelihood slipping through their fingers. Old Stefan was a tormented lad on his deathbed, old Jokin. There's worse to come, folks, mark my words. What are we to do with him, Father? Just wait for him to tire himself out, that's all we can do. Come, folks, let's head back to town. Things are starting to get a little out of hand, aren't they? Wow, is this a song? Just a cool loading thing. Just a cool loading thing. Cool. Okay. I was gonna save there, but I can't reach it, so let's just go into town. Still the same time, right? Yep. That's not even the worst of it, sadly. Did anything else happen, Mr. Finn? You ought to have seen it, Elise. There were horseshoes scattered about the logging camp, dozens of them. Dozens? Eugene had 3 horses taken, that's only a dozen. I could feel the hairs stand up at the base of my neck. So whoever took them also removed their shoes. Can't think of a reason to do such a thing, in all honesty. It's a rather strange thing to do, isn't it? I'd wager it's a wandering thief of some sort. What would you make of the saddled pig, then? A Guido. Mockery, Finn. What else could it be? What we ought to do, Guido, is give Eugene all of our support. I understand it's painful to watch and a mystery in itself, but it's clear this is affecting Mr. Gustav. I need to buy Lebkuchen from Lebkuchen's bakery. It's always lovely seeing you, Elise. Lebkuchen. I'll need that for tomorrow, so don't eat it. Okay. Anything else? Some pretzels, maybe? Not now. I also want to save up enough money and get that St. Walpurga drink or whatever it was. The holy water or whatever it was, so that I can not go insane if that starts to happen. Okay, that's Kiss the Rat. I'm not doing Kiss the Rat. Sometimes it's hard to talk to. Spare me, Elma. What's going on here? Elma's giving in to old Jokin's nonsense, Elise. All I'm saying is that folks need closure. It doesn't matter who's truly behind this, we need answers. I think we need to believe in the witch to get closure? I can't agree with that, Elma. If it's closure folks need, then we best make certain it's the good kind. I just don't see how we'll ever make sense of this, Heinrich. Not like this, Elma. Definitely not like this. Oh, Elise, won't you talk some sense into Marlin for me? You old folks are truly so stubborn. What's wrong? Marlin here is criticizing my sleeping habits of all things. Why not worry about my tremors instead, Marlin? I have good reason to worry, I'd say. Are you having trouble sleeping at night, Mrs. McTild? On the contrary, lass, I get my fair share of sleep. With all these going-ons, old McTild. I'm well aware that what it is you're afraid of, Marlin. Why, it's not the witch, if that's what you're saying. You do tend to wander about in the evenings, Mrs. McTill. But not you too, Elise. Summon Save Bird. Now I shall save. Abandoned Lebkuchen forever. Okay, let's see. I'll check inside the church, and then we'll do the apples. Okay, she's over there. What are you guys talking about? I'm sorry, Mama. You are right to tell me, lad. Elise. Oh, I wouldn't want to interrupt. I'll call in a doctor from Primmeldorf as soon as possible, Mrs. Lisbeth. However, without Eugene's horses... I understand, Father. Thank you. Is this about your goats, Mrs. Lisbeth? They're not eating now, Elise. Their eyes are fused shut, the milk smells awful, and... It's as he says, Elise. My goats won't make it Saturday, I'm afraid. About this matter, Mrs. Lisbeth. I understand your concerns, but folks will know better than to make any remarks. We must have faith in our neighbors. Certainly, Father. Remarks? I'm concerned about our standing in town, is all. With all this nonsense about the witch, what if... We're not witches, Mama. I won't let anyone say anything about you or about Groom. I see. Sorry that I stood you up. Aren't you tired of being in here all day, every day, Lip? Oh, I just came back from Miss Wilma's. Miss Wilma's? I was telling her all about old Jokin's bad temper. He's losing his mind, that's what. Folks have been considerably less tolerant of his outbursts lately, at least. Yet I've yet to see Father Hans or Mr. Gustav do anything about it. He's an elder, at least. Folks don't want to make too much of it. Anyhow, what did you go to Miss Wilma's for? Mrs. Wilma doesn't tell her... Mrs. Wilma doesn't tell her much about what's going on in town, you see. She likes me to come by to chat a little. I thought gossip was a sin. Why, I'm still a simple nun. I'll have to wait until I die to become an angel. For goodness sake, Clem. Yeah. I was trying to run into a wall for a second there. Okay, we'll save, and then we'll do the apple minigame, which is new. Double check. Yeah. Oh, Elise. Feeling the pressure, Mrs. Linda? Aren't we all? I hate to ask, but could you fetch me some apples, dear? Of course, Mrs. Linda. I'll be on my way. Thank you, Elise. I have my hands full with supper, you see. Do you need Rosamarine's help? It'll cost you 2 extra. I'm gonna say no because I need the food. How many apples do these folks need anyhow? Let's see what the apple game is like. It's raining apples. Hallelujah, hallelujah. That's that song. Okay, you just move. And I guess you catch the apples. I assume there will be things you don't want to catch. Because that's what these games always have. Wow. No, don't get the blue ones, I guess. Purple, whatever color they are. There's an anvil for some reason. Who's dropping anvils on me? Okay, now for round 2. Let's see how he did. A B. We were really good at the beginning of the game, and now we've declined rapidly. It's raining apples. I should still get some good money from it, I'm sure. Hopefully. You pass. These will do nicely. Thank you, Elise. Don't mention it, Mrs. Linda. Oh, I wonder if anyone's going to get any sleep tonight. Okay, now to dusk. Have dinner with Rosamarine. That'll be before I hang out with her. No, Rosamarine is even later. So I could've just did the Lebkuchen and still had plenty of time, probably. Oh no, it would've still been the one day. Anyway, it's fine. I'll also meet Lebkuchen on the at the bakery. This time I can do it on the way out. You know better than that, Ariane. Even that being so, Mrs. Marielle, I can't help but worry. Worry about what, Mrs. Ariane? I was saying how we've always made the best of this festival, lass. Eugene didn't have all those horses last year, did he? There's no denying that, I suppose. It's such a shame. The festival may not be as compromised as it seems, but it feels as though there's nothing but ill fortune coming our way, huh? Lisbeth's goats aren't getting any better, are they? Not that I know of, Mrs. Lorelei. Kieferberg isn't what it used to be, is it? There's no need for such negativity, ladies. It's not negativity, Mrs. Mariel. You must agree this town has been rather unfortunate in recent times. It's a matter of perspective, Arya. You can only hope nothing else happens before the festival. Summon Savebird. Still wandering about, Elise? I'm on my way home, Mr. Eugene. No need to worry. I thought you'd be looking after your horse. He's getting some much-needed rest. I'm not confident he'll make the night, if I'm honest. Mr. Eugene? I'm at a loss, truth be told. Kieferberg isn't known to house thieves, and I wouldn't want to believe it, but... I understand, Mr. Eugene. You no longer feel safe. I've been thinking about it. Maybe settling someplace else. Where, Mr. Eugene? I haven't decided yet, but I'll put some thought into it after the festival. There's no business to be made here without my horses, you see. I understand, Mr. Eugene. Move along now, lass, before it gets any darker. Well, I gotta go buy something from the inn real quick. I hope it's open during dusk. Kieferberg's Inn. I get so lonely all by myself. Cool, I'm going to buy something. It was St. Walpurga's oil. A bottle carrying the oil of St. Walpurga herself. Said to restore one's good judgment. Sure, I shall buy one of these. So that I have it. Are you sure that's all, sweetheart? Goodbye, Miss Wilma. I'll be looking forward to seeing you, Elise. Yeah. Also, on the topic of... what was it? St. Walpurga. And then, Rosemarine said her patron was also Walpurga. They had the same name. And that's a thing that the Catholic Church did sometimes. They take the figures from, like, other religions and, like, make them saints or angels and stuff. So they might be the same entity. Just the Christian version. Okay, Tulab Kuchin. She will feed us. What? Who's behind me? Elise. Oh, what does this old hag want now? Where do you think you're going, Elise? Huh? I need to have a word with you. What's this about, Mrs. Bertha? Your cousin, that's what this is about, Elise. The lass has been wandering about town, you know. She's been helping me out, Mrs. Bertha. No, I don't think so, Elise. Your cousin's been telling folks there's no thief in Kieferberg. So has old Jokin. I don't know if I want to bring up him, and there isn't, Mrs. Bertha. Would you rather my cousin said we're thieves? Far from it, Elise, but it sounds as though she believes they were hag-ridden. No such thing, you should know. Alright, then what do you make of this? She's also been recommending Brunhild herbal medicines. So as Mrs. Lorelei, or because she cares, Mrs. Bertha. I understand she shouldn't be doing this. I'll let her know. As long as you understand, Elise. This is dangerous. I ought to make certain I bring Rosemarine to work with me, or I'll have to deal with this every day. So if I just let her wander around town and don't make her do the jobs with me, then people get suspicious of why she's there. Because she talks to people. Cunning lies, cover for Rosemarine. Keep an eye on Rosemarine. She's eager to meet everyone in town, but will inevitably raise suspicion if left alone for too long. Bring her along to help you with tasks as often as possible, or face the villagers' wrath. Just what I needed, more stipulations. walk around this way this time. I thought you'd never come about, Elise. Oh, spare me. Here's your bread, Elise. You must keep yourself fed. I got the double bread. You too, Lipkuchi. You're looking just as tired as I am. Can you tell? You're not as mysterious as you think you are. Now that's better. Move along, Elise. It's best we head to bed early tonight. Oh, Lord knows I can use some good sleep. How is he to know when you hardly ever pray, Elise? It's not as though he makes for good conversation, so why bother? Good night, Lipkuchi. Good night, Elise. Okay. Anything else to say? As if praying has ever done anything for me. I see. There seems to be another horse here.
What in the Lord's name?
That's Mr. Eugene's. You've come, you've come. This crow, it's speaking to me. You're wearing them, you're wearing them. The shoes, shiny, shiny. What's the meaning of this? Who's there? The hex, the hex. You're the bearer of the hex. Hex, what hex? The hex, the hex. You've heard of it, you're wearing it as we speak. The hex, the hex. Stay away. Show it to me, show it to me. I have nothing to show you, go away. Why, yes you do, your desire, your fervent greed, your boundless hunger for glory. Show it to us, show it to us. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Bird. My eye! Oh, got a bird eye now. A bird in the eye. What have you done to my eye? Show it to us, show it to us.
Out with it!
You wretch! The testament to your tender flesh is awaiting you in my grove. A testament. Our grove, our grove. Wait, you. I'm awaiting you, Elise, in my ceramic grove of wheat. A testament. Anyhow, I ought to let Mr. Eugene know about this horse. Tell folks about the horse. This is awful. Riddled with holes, the dead horse's neck has been nearly shredded to pieces. Who am I telling you about the horse? In the village square, apparently. Let's go. Nobody look at my eye. It's just it's a new thing. It's contact lenses that have fancy patterns on them, that's all. Safe. Mr. Eugene. Good Lord, Elise, what's got you in such a hurry? There's a horse in the crossroads. Are you certain, Elise? Yes, yes, I'm certain. The lass says she found your horse, Eugene. Take me there, lass. I'll go fetch the others.
You know,
But it's dead, Mr. Eugene. It matters not, lass. Take me there. And then the cats meow as we pass them. Well, we got the whole town. What? And there's no horse.
what in the Lord's name?
It was right here, I swear. Good Lord, Elise. Could you tell us what you saw, Elise?
Wait!
There were crows, and the horse was... Are you certain this is where you saw it? Yes, yes, I am. You're tired, Elise. I'm certain this was just... There's only one answer to this, folks. You're lying, Elise.
Oh, shush it!
I'm not lying, you old fool. If you'd let me explain, I could tell you. You said the horse was dead, Elise. And it was. How could a dead horse trot away, would you say? It's no use trying to reason with her, Tristan. She's lying. Oh, Elise. Of all things to lie about. What is it about these crows?
Wait!
It's the truth. I've had enough. I'll be in the stables.
Elise.
Elise. Tell us, Elise, are you speaking the truth? I did see that horse, or maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I'm just tired. Yet I'm not certain. I could have sworn... What do you mean you're not certain? I'm simply not, Holchokin. I may be too tired. I can accept that, Elise. But I can't, Gustav. She still has to explain the crows. There were crows too, or as I said, Father. I mean, there were crows. Or as I said, Father. This is hard. There were crows. No, I should know. They were all around the horse. You saw no horse, you wicked lass. I'm struggling to see the point of this, Elise.
Wait!
Mr. Gustav, I would never lie about such a... Can't you see, Gustav? She's trying to confuse us. You shouldn't make such...
You old geezer!
I'm telling the truth, you old...
That's ridiculous.
That's enough. We've all had a difficult day today, folks. We're all exhausted, drained, and on edge, are we not? Why, you trying to defend your... No, Lakuchin's quite right, old joking. Let us turn in for the night. We can come back to this tomorrow. I'd like to have a word with you, Gustav. You too, Lepkuchin. No need, Father. I trust Lepkuchin's judgment. Yet I don't.
I see.
I'll go with you, Father. You're going home, Elise, and you should think long and hard about what you've done. It's okay, we'll get the suspicion back down. Little goody two-shoes. That was dangerous. I'm worried about Lepkuchin, but I ought to go home and tell Rosemarine about what I just saw. Find your way home. Hopefully no more horses along the way. Home, sweet home. I only messed up a little bit. I'm not gonna reload or whatever. Our suspicion will be back down to nothing soon, don't worry. Elise. This is bad. This is very bad. Had it not been for Lepkuchin, those folks would have... They would have found out about everything. About the woods, about what I did. That's right, I'd best get to that crow's grove. The testament, they have the tender flesh, I should...
Elise!
Elise. Rosemary.
Are you alright, Elise?
What's wrong, Elise? I don't know where to start, Rosemarine. I'm so tired. It's this rotten pigsty of a town.
Elise.
Elise. I saw one of Mr. Eugene's horses on the way home, Rosemarine. It was dead, but it was riddled with crows, and...
I'm sorry, I
don't understand, Elise. You should tell...
You know...
More importantly, Rosemarine, there was a golden crow. He said he's got a testament. Oh, Elise, a testament. This is too much for me, Rosemarine.
but...
What else did he say, Elise? I'm so tired. Huh? I ran back to town to tell everyone about the horse, and they humiliated me, Rosemary. Elise. Each and every day, I'm treated as though I'm some wretch. No matter what I do or say, I'm always... This wish of mine, Rosemary, can I truly trust him to grant it?
Yes.
If you devote yourself to him and do his bidding, you're already aware of the sacrifices you'll have to make, but it's... I would sacrifice all of Kieferberg if I had to, Rosemary. Oh, what a statement. I can't stay another day in this town. I have no choice but to find him.
Oh, but
Take me with you, Elise. Huh? You're going there again tonight, aren't you? To the woods? Alright, I'll let you know when I'm ready. Okay. What are my mission objectives now? I can talk to her, and I guess that's gonna advance the plot. You look nervous, Elise. That's because I am, Rosemary. We can talk about it. I can try and... No, it's alright. I don't want to think about it. Let's go, Rosemary.
yes.
Alright. Keep close to me, Rosemary. Lord knows what we're going to find.
Oh, but
You still haven't told me about last evening.
All right.
Whatever happens, Rosemary, promise me you'll keep close to me.
Of course.
Of course, Elise.
You all right,
Is
Elise?
everything alright? Come, let's go. Party talk. Rosemary, maybe it's best you stay home. I can, but... This is dangerous, Rosemary. That crow attacked me earlier, and all the more reason for me to go with you, wouldn't you say? I'm serious, Rosemary. So am I, Elise. Alright. But promise me that I'll keep close to you, I know. For goodness sake. Okay. Find your way to the woods. Oh no. Let's do another save here. But yeah, it turns out that next date with Rosemary wasn't even today, I guess, so... This is where it happened, Rosemary. At least look. Those are horseshoes. There are so many, too. These weren't here earlier, Rosemary. It doesn't make any sense. There are feathers scattered about, too. Are these from the crows you said you saw? I don't know what to make of this, Rosemary. Come, Elise, we have no choice but to see for ourselves.
Rosemarine!
Wait, Rosemary. Wait, Rosemary, my episode is getting long. I might need to stop soon.
Rosemarine?
Rosemary. Rosemary.
For goodness sake!
Silly lass, she must have wandered in all by herself.
Rosemarine!
Rosemary. Chase after Rosemary. I'm sure there'll be a save in there. Let's go. Oh no, spooky time. So I'm quite hungry. Let me eat some food. Bread. That'll do for now. There's like a tower in the background. Lots of crows. We seem to be in the crow zone. Stepped on a pressure plate. Ah. Rosemary. Rosemary.
For goodness sake!
Where in the Lord's name did she go? I'd best carry on, I suppose. There's no going back. I cannot run. Pleasant surprise, pleasant surprise. I can talk to some of them. How pleasant it is to see you here, lass. I thought you were the ones that invited me, Crow. Not every lass who gets those shoes winds up here. There have been others. You're not special. You're not special. How rude. Story event available. Chased after Rosemary. On it. There was one I could talk to. There she is.
Marine!
Rosemary.
For goodness sake.
What were you thinking wandering off like that? You...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I told you to stay close to me. I got a little distracted is all. This isn't the time or the place to get distracted, Rosemary. We don't know what could be in these woods.
Hurry it
Her eyes got all dark. Come now, we can't sit around all night. Party talk. This is such a bizarre place. It's so different from last night, too. Their influence is rather noticeable, isn't it? Whose influence? His? Of course, whose else? I suppose. Visitors, visitors. Must you all see the same thing twice? Twice, twice. Oh, I've had it with you wretched birds. You're the wretch, you're the wretch. Why, you... Tweet, 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 tweet. Ow. Don't touch that. Seems to be like a wide, openish area. There's nothing in that. I think I shall end this episode here, though. So, everyone, if you enjoy, then... Look at the map. Nothing, just this. Okay, everyone. If you enjoy, then... Liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.